So the council has obligations to give people accommodation or housing in lots of different situations, but there's three main situations which pop up. The first is social services, which are part of the council, who have obligations to house children if they're homeless, or in lots of situations somebody with children if they have no other way of getting housing whatsoever and they're destitute, or extremely vulnerable people, for example very disabled people who are homeless and destitute. The second kind of situation in which the council has to house people is maybe the one that we'd all think of first, which is you go on the housing register, you sign up, you'll get points, and you'll wait probably a very long time, and eventually the council or a housing association might give you a house. And the third way in which the council has to give somebody a house is if they are homeless and they have specific duties to homeless people. Now, the council doesn't have to house everybody who's homeless, they only have to house people in certain situations. So the first criteria that has to be met is that they must be homeless. That may seem obvious. It doesn't mean they have to be actually literally living on the streets. It could be that you could be sofa surfing or living in a squat or just some very unsatisfactory accommodation. And you have to be homeless, so it's not enough that a possession order's been made. It's often not even enough that a warrant's been made. You have to be imminently about to be homeless, and many councils will make you wait until the warrant has been executed. The second condition that must be met is that you must be eligible in terms of your immigration status. It's very complicated and it's a bit too much to go into here, but if you're a British citizen then you'll definitely be eligible. If you're a European citizen or you have some other form of leave to remain, you may well be. Thirdly, you have to have not made yourself intentionally homeless. This is something that people find a little bit odd sometimes because they think, why would anybody make themselves intentionally homeless? What it means is that you've done something when leaving your last accommodation which has had the result of making you homeless, and you did that deliberately. So it could be that you got in rent arrears, and not, if it's through no fault of your own, then you won't be intentionally homeless. For example, if your benefits were stopped and it wasn't your fault, but if you've just spent your money on something else and you're homeless, then you will be found to be intentionally homeless and the council won't have a duty to house you. And the last criteria you have to meet is that you must be in priority need. So that could be that you're pregnant, it could be that you have children, or it could be that you're in priority need through old age, disability, which could be mental or physical, or some other kind of special reason. It must be considered on a case-by-case basis, but it often would be quite serious if to be considered in priority need. If you meet all these criteria, then the council will have to give you temporary accommodation. Once they consider your case, once they've decided you meet the criteria, then they will probably keep you in temporary accommodation for quite a while longer, and then you may eventually get social housing at the end of it, or it may be that they will discharge their duty to you by offering you a suitable accommodation with a private landlord for 12 months. So if you're not sure whether you meet these criteria, or you think that you do but the council are refusing to accommodate you anyway, then please do give Anthony Gold a call and we'll see whether we can help.